and welcome. This is Briony in the Forbidden Library, and you wouldn't guess what day it is. It's Monday. I haven't streamed on Monday for a while, but we're back. I have somewhat energy to stream, so we're gonna. And because we're still in April, we're still gonna do some coding. Ignore the other me. She's not important right now. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Nimby. Welcome, Native Gamer. Welcome, Normal Size Phantom. Welcome. It's Monday, innit? It is, innit? Absolutely Monday. The day of the week that is the Monday. Where I only have one stream, which is strange to me. I won't lie. Let me know if the OST is too loud. Hopefully not. It was loud to me. Hopefully not to you guys. Sorry, the other me has to go away. Me, go away. We don't want you around here. Hello, Red-Eye. Yeah, you have to catch the start of the day. Wish it was Tuesday. I don't wish it was Tuesday. I don't want Tuesday. On Tuesday, I have to disappoint the Limbo slot by telling them that I haven't been able to work on the crochet project I said I was going to work on. Because hello Grog Dev, welcome. Because I tried to go to the shop and get the pink yarn that I needed, and they were out. And I was a bit heartbroken that I haven't been able to work on it yet. I have to go back to work on Tuesday, so I thought, yeah, exactly. I have to do work on Tuesday. I don't want to do that either, so. Instead today, so what we did last time, we need to update all of these as well. But we updated our little alert collection so that it works slightly differently. So we have an alert type. And these are all our current alert types, because then I can just add new alert types when necessary. And then you have the values associated with those types if necessary. But we needed to go test all those alert types, because if I don't, then there might be one that doesn't work. So we tested alert type 1 and we tested alert type 2. So now we need to test alert type 3 to subtract from adventure. Do I have an alert type 3 in this selection? No! Let's make one then. So 3, and if it's a subtract, I'll subtract 2 for fun. Back from ads, what are we working on? I will show you the game in a minute. Then therapist on Wednesday, crying in the bathroom on Thursday, spending my entire paycheck on Friday, mowing the lawn on Saturday, so my week's booked solid. Sounds like a good week, not gonna lie. You go to the therapist, then you deal with the aftermath of the therapist, then you spend money to retail therapy. Sounds good. But your question as to what we are working on, I need to double check something before I run it, before I show you. I would like to choose alert ID 0. So I recently changed this whole section of alerts and how they are structured. So when we go into the GAM, which is a clicker GAM, I want to make narrative gameplay and clicker games kiss. Because I like clicker games and I like the way they slowly build up a world, but I want more stuff. So I've got a little text cutscene, and we have these alerts, which is coming up a bit too fast right now, because at the moment it's not taking anything else out. Yeah. Now I need that alert to pop back up. Narrative kicker game yaoi. No, it's not a yaoi. Did that take away? I didn't know. So we're hoping this is alert type 3, alert ID 0. So theoretically should pick up this alert, which is alert type 3, which is a subtract adventure. So it'll subtract from the adventure number and it should subtract 2. That's what we're looking for. Okay, Yuri. No, it's not romantic. It's about capital. No, I don't know what it is about capitalism. The idea was basically you're down on your luck and there's these I think oh yeah, I've gone past that phase, so it's not working anymore. I need to restart it. I just realized it was gonna explode. Okay, so let's just get 3. Went down to 1. Yeah, okay, that works. Wonderful. I'm trying to explain 1,000 things. Oh, thank you for the follow! Appreciate it. You got me up to 230! Yay! We like milestones. They're great. So we've got 4, which is add to adventure. So 4. I've just had a thought. Do I really need these values to be specific? Do I need a specific subtract value, a specific add value, and a specific multi-value? Can I just not have one single value? And then maybe a secondary value? Because there's only 2 of my alerts that need more than 1 number. So all of these numbers are never going to be all numbers. So why do I have 3? Huh. So would it be better to have value and secondary value? And that would make more sense. And then there'd be less to pass between the things, and then less lines of code. But I just changed this. And that means I have to go back and test everything again. But 3 is a pretty neat number. We'd only have 3 things in the array then. We'd have the text needed, the alert type. Well, we'd have 4 things. 4 things. Which is better than the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things that is in there. I'd be getting rid of 1 thing. But worth it. I think that's worth it. I think that's the way it's gonna go. Yeah, let's do that. Let's reset all my testing. Add and subtract can be the same thing too. Just pass a positive or negative number. That's true! I wouldn't even need an alert type for that one. I think alert type is probably a bit easier. Because if you add a negative number, it goes down. So maybe the alert type could be adjust. Maybe that's the case. We could just get rid of some. So we could have these 2, 3 and 4 would just be 3, and we'd get adjust adventure, which could be a plus or a minus number. And then the subtract and add for profits could also become an adjust, which just makes less types, therefore less confusing. We pray. Hi, howdy, welcome. I'm not 100% what the system is, but this may also be good to use case for structs and constructors. I'm using a lot of case and switch stuff to figure out the thing. So, to explain the system we've got here, how it works. Let's go into here. So we've got a system in the game where just random events will happen. So every second, it picks a random number, and if that random number is the same as whatever number I set, I've got it out 5 out of like 1 in 10 chances right now, just to make it happen very quickly, but it won't happen like that as quickly in the game. Then you get an alert box, but it will go in, it will choose a random alert and display that alert. So that's basically what it's doing, and then that alert will do a random thing depending on what alert it is. Well, not a random thing. Depending on what alert, it has consequences. For example, there will be alerts that stop you going to gather things to sell because you're injured, you can't go. So it will block you being able to click the gather button for like 30 seconds. there is an alert where the market gets closed, so you won't be able to sell things for like 30 seconds and things like that. So that's kind of the thing we're going for here. So it's a case of handling all those potential scenarios and how we can do that. We were in the scripts. So we've got the get alert, which is this array of alerts that I've got. And then we've got resolve alert, which is a tasty little case and switch, which will ask what type of alert it is and resolve it based off that. And that is all. Red alert, red alert, red alert. The rarest of alerts where you die if you get it. one in 10,000 chance of getting it. That is that. So let's go in. Let's see if we can do that then, because I like the idea of having less of these. So if we're gonna have subtract, we're gonna have adjust adventure. It's adjust, isn't it? Adjust has a D in it, which makes this non-existent. So that makes, and then this is gonna be add adjust profit. And that makes that non-existent. So let's fix my numbers. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is it not adjust? Does it not have a D in it? Or is it just adjust? Adjust what? I don't know. And then rather than a subtract value, we just have primary value and secondary value. And the secondary value might not always be necessary, but it's there if necessary. So I'm just gonna copy. Just get rid of the end one. Get rid of the end. No. Get rid of that comma. I know it won't explode if I have a comma at the end, but I dislike it. 'Tis not pretty. We like pretty code. Is GameMaker what I usually stream? No, not really. I stream 3 to 4 times a week. On Tuesdays I stream a game called Limbus Company. On Sundays we read books. And the rest of my time has been GameMaker for the past month or so. But I might be swapping to potentially play Ace Attorney soon. I'm thinking about that. Hello people, welcome. So I'm gonna have to test these new... I'm gonna have to change the resolves as well. Okay, I'm gonna need to copy this, the alert type, so I know in the resolve alerts. Bop, bop, bop. So we don't need the subtract value, this is just primary value now. And this is secondary value. I stream, you stream, we all stream for ice cream! I want ice cream. I do have some ice cream downstairs. Trying to find more GameMaker streams lately. That's fair. There's a few, I always have a few people jump in normally when I'm streaming this, so there might be a few people who appear that may have more GameMaker streams for you. I hope your quest to find the content for you is satisfactory. Okay, so we got 1, 2, so 3 is now adjust. Adjust. And this one doesn't exist. So this one is now 4, this one is now 5, this one is now 6, this one is... I love it when I come across a debug message that I forgot about. This one is now adjust profits, which is 7, This one doesn't exist anymore. And this one is 9. And that should be it. We should just have... No, 8! I've done something wrong! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Yeah, okay, I just typed it wrong. 8, not 9. 8, not... I can count! I do crochet, of course I can count. Rightio. So now we need to make sure that in adjust, what we're doing is we're adding... I have to change a lot. So primary value is here. Here. Not like that. There we go. So block adventure's not needed. Subtract value would just be primary value. Even though it's not really a subtract value anymore, it's just the add. And if we add it and it's less than 0, then do the thing. Yeah, so, I'm always gonna have the first one be, oh. Press Control C or the Control V. So, item click, primary value, but then we'll need the secondary value for that one. So, multi-value that. Secondary value this. If profits are less than 0, you cannot take them away. In fact, you shouldn't get... I remember why I did that now. One second. Sorry. Where was I putting this? Oh yeah. I remember. I remember why I put this now. It's because I actually deal with the 0 profits before we get to this point. So theoretically, if your profits are 0 or less than, you should never have gotten to this point in the first place. Because a different alert should have popped up for you by now. But now we know. Okay, so... now I have to retest things. Yay! This is fine. To check that I was on fire. But this is fine. This is fine. Better. I can't see if my fire is on, so. Right. Cool. So we're gonna have to retest everything. So let's get my alerts tested. 0! So, well, do I have to test these two again? I should. Right, so let's go back to get alert. We'll just do everything in this first alert. So the alert type is 1, and the primary value is 2. So we're doubling our clicks. That's what we're trying to do. I love having Briony stream on Mondays because it means I have something to listen to while making breakfast! I hope you're having a wonderful breakfast. I hope it's tasty and healthy and not covered in chocolate. Hello, welcome. Skip. Okay, so so let's just sit a minute. This was multi-adventure. Oh, well, it's already exploded, so that's great. Oh, I know why it's exploded. I know. It's because I haven't changed this. This resolve alert doesn't have this many. So primary value is fine, secondary value is fine, but I don't have a multi-value anymore, so we need to get rid of that. French toast, so tasty, not very healthy. Well, tasty's still good. Tasty is important for the brain. For the mental health, one must eat tasty things. And we definitely got rid of... Yeah, I need to get rid of multi-value. Because multi-value doesn't exist! Doesn't exist anymore! That's why it exploded. We tried to get an item that does not exist. 1, 2, 3, 4. It exploded again. Variable index 4 out of range. Which it would be, because I don't have 4 anymore. So where was that? So this was in Chosen Alert. Ah, right, okay, I know what this is. This is in game here. So if the Chosen Alert, if profits are less than 2 and Chosen Alert, that number, 4. Chosen Alert 4, what would that have been? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That would have been the multi-value technically, right? But I think it would be 2 now. And Chosen Alert 1 equals profit. That doesn't work anymore. Because I don't have a type of alert anymore. It would need to be specifically if the type of alert is profit adjust. Ooh, this actually complicates this a lot. I'm here taking a break from coding stuff. Teacher made us learn Bootstrap. Oof. A different teacher is making us do an assignment where we make a program that logs the amount of time between keystrokes. Oh, that's quite fun. Sounds like a good time. Bootstrap's quite fun, actually. As much as I said oof for a hot minute, I do love the grittiness of Bootstrap. It is a bit fiddly, but every GUI system is, Java, everything front end is so goddamn fiddly. I like making pretty things, but good lord, does it just there all the time. How about adding I'm Batman to the game? No, really, don't ask. They have bats, apparently. So, wanna buy some antidotes? No! This really complicates it, actually. I've shot myself in the foot. Because I needed the subtract alert to know that I was taking from profits. Bootstrap is easy to me. It clicks quickly in my brain for some reason. It's always good. Always good when that happens. It's very satisfying when you just get it. It's great. Good afternoon, Jabba Hop. Welcome. I mean, the game technically is a technically all clickers are roguelikes. Because you kind of die and come back, but you have bonuses. Normally, most clickers do that anyway, so theoretically, Cookie Clicker is a roguelike. It has random events, it has reincarnation with buffs, you know. So profits are less than 2. And the Chosen Alert. So if the Chosen Alert, I think, is for this. I need this again. We need to take this. I need to put this into code so that I have the correct stuff here. By that logic, all coin slot arcade games are roguelikes. You don't get permanent boosts in coin slot arcade games though. If you restart from the start, you don't know. Cause in Cookie Clicker, like you have an actual like reincarnation, go die and restart the universe kind of button. Is Pachinko roguelike? Does that really have to be a key trait? Sure. I don't. Maybe. I guess. Maybe. But like, but they called Balatro roguelike, right? So. And that doesn't have dungeon crawling. But that just has restarting over and over and over again. But that's when we get into roguelites. Roguelites, not roguelikes. Naruhodo. So yeah, this is a roguelite. My sister in Koji runs. I did. Anyway, Just Adventure 3. So I'm going to game. So if it's type 3, if chosen alert is 3. No, okay, so if chosen alert 3, chosen alert 1 equals 3 means it's no, that's adventure, isn't it? Not profit. So chosen alert is a just profit, so 7. And the much game dev and indubitably for him and welcome. Game genre debates are dumb sometimes, I agree. They are. Game is game and game is fun. I like games that completely make up their own game. My favorite is Library Battle Simulator. You mean Library of Ruina? So 0 is the text, 1 is the type, so 2 is the actual alert, and if that's less than 0, then it's taking away from profits, therefore it's going to throw you into 0. That should fix that. Library of Ruin, what's that? It's a game that that I took 2 years of streaming to complete. Only 2 game genres, fun and Assassin's Creed. I liked the first Assassin's Creed. I liked that a lot. And I got so hyper-fixated on the end of it. When you get locked in that room. 4 Elemental. I'm sure there's plenty of people in the chat who would love to tell you about Library Ruiner. It is a turn-based sort of deck builder game about a library in a very sort of like grim setting in which people go into the library, they're invited into the library, and if they are defeated in the library, they become books, and then you can use their books to make more decks and power up your people. And there is a wonderful and terrible world that they all live in. The plot is very good. It has a sequel game called Limbus Company, which I'm streaming on Tuesdays. All the VODs are available on the channel if you'd like to check them out. Oh, I'm not playing Lobocorp. God no. God no. I would maybe play it once for giggles, but too many people have told me not to play it. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was more the randomness. Play Lobocorp, it's funny. Well, if you know what Lobocorp is, then Library Ruin is the sequel to Lobocorp. Okay, so that should fix that. Let's skip up. So this should take... Yeah, there we go. Got a block? Was a block what we wanted? Oh no, it was a... it stopped it, but I forgot. Ah yes, I remember Briony. It was her personal Soul Society arc. It was. Oh, okay, alright. I didn't pay attention. This was the multi I was testing, wasn't it? That I got completely sidetracked on. Yeah, so multi-adventure. So we want the adventure button to start going up by 2, and then stop going up by 2 when the thing goes down. So 2, 4, 6, that's working. So when that timer goes down, it should go back to going up by 1. 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. So that works. 1, 2, block adventure button. I don't know if this one didn't really get adjusted at all, but it doesn't hurt to test it. Why does this not... Resolve alert doesn't. I changed it. It's stupid. It doesn't know what it's on about. It worked just fine before. Really doesn't know what it's on about. So let's do 2. So for block adventure, it should just block adventure. It shouldn't really matter that that had a 2 in, but it shouldn't have a 2 in. If it shouldn't have anything in if I'm not using it. Play. La 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 la. I'm happy and adventuring, and I'm sure nothing will go wrong. La 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 la. Where's my alert? We're rolling high numbers. We're rolling a bunch of 10s, which is a crit success, really. La 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 The moment when OG... Can I not click it? Wonderful, that works. The moment when OG Man and Hermit said, Briony saved the society and unlocked her dunce cap bankai was the peak. It was. And it unlocked, fine, good. Now you've got me embarrassed for Elemental. You tricked me. You tricked me into explaining Runa when you clearly know Runa. Save the Runa Society! Ichi go! Briony go! I will be the strawberry! Now you feel like number 1. Shining bright forever. So we need to test this one twice. I need to add 2. Let's add 2. And then we need to do a -2 and see if it definitely takes away 2. Shining bright for everyone, living out your fantasy, you're the brightest star they'll ever see. So that ad worked. Add again. Wonderful. And now I want to check it as a -2. Does that work? Does that read it as a minus? I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't know that library Runa, and I'm getting curious enough to buy myself. The influencing is working now. I don't. Prepare for suffering, and if you struggle, then there's plenty of help on my Discord, because obviously they've made so many packs for me. Also get the no grind mod, highly recommend it. So you make it clicker game? Yes! I want to make a clicker game with a lot of plot, because I like plot, and I would like plot and clicker games to kiss a bit more, because I really like playing Cookie Clicker, and I liked the sort of world that was slowly building in the background of Cookie Clicker, so I wanted to expand on that more. Anyway, that worked, so that's great. 3. So we're testing 4, add adventure and subtract profit. So for 4, we're adding 2 to adventure and subtracting 1 from profit, shall we say. Sounded lewd that I just want them to kiss? Who doesn't want narrative and gameplay to kiss? They need to smooch more. We need to put them in a room and hope they get along with each other, because they need to get married. I will be completely honest. If it wasn't for you guys in the chat, I would not have continued playing that game. I would have been so lost, and it would have been so difficult to play it. I just could not have. I could not have gotten through it with my own brain power. I needed to crowdsource like my way through. So it should take 2 from here. No, add 2, take 2. Yeah, that worked. Good. You want them to smooch, but not do yaoi things. I mean, they could maybe we could have a gay couple in the characters. I don't know. Ludo narrative synchronicity. Totally love to see it in games and pretend to know what it means. Those are such big words, Paper. Biggest words for thing. Now we want 5, which is multi-profit. So 5, and we're timesing profit by 2. So let's go. There. I realize I'm gonna have to draw a lot for this game. That's kind of my biggest issue, unfortunately, is that I don't think my art is gonna hold up, kind of thing. In most turn-based RPGs you have... Oh! So this should be going up by 2. Yes! And I'll wait a little bit, and then this should go up by 1 in a minute. 13, 14... Yeah, perfect, perfect. That works fine. I know! Assets, bro! No, I wouldn't! I wouldn't have to draw any romance scenes. Like, if it's side characters that just happen to be a couple, then I don't have to draw any romance scenes. You have dedicated classes, but with Library Ruiner, it asks the question, what if we remove the healer class? It does! You just have to deal with the haulers. You have health hauler, and that is it. That is all you have. You have health hauler and Gebera, and that is... In Runa, it's what if every class is the damage class and all the enemy hits like a truck. Flashbacks. Flashback. Okay, so 6 is block profit. Should be fine, should be easy. It's more, what if everyone is a glass cannon? Every single person, yes. What if you just had to hit really, really hard, really, really fast, but you couldn't? No. So now we wait! Sounds sadistic. It's a sadistic game. It really is. You need to be a little bit of a masochist to enjoy it. But given how everyone reacts to the psychotic women in that game, I'm not too surprised that they are masochists. Come on! All I need to do is roll a 5 on a d10. How hard is that? Come on! We should race it again. Where's my d10? I need a d10. D10. That's so many dice. Bro. Oh, there we go. So that should block that. I shouldn't be able to click it. I can't click it. That's wonderful. Now we wait 30 seconds and see if I can roll a 5 on a d10. I roll a 5 instantly. Put down. Don't worry, in Ruiner, to not take damage, you need offense, because only one attack goes through enemy or ally. It does! But then the enemy has big numbers, and it makes you want to cry. There we go, that works perfectly. As intended! 6, so we want 7, adjust profit. So again, this one's going to have to be tested twice, so we'll add 2. To this day, someone is still posting Sexy Bean a fan art, despite being quite a while since she showed up. I was looking at my old TikToks today, and my reaction when she turned up was so good. I'm so happy with that bit of, just that little bit of content. It's one of my favorite bits of content I've ever done. 3. Did that take 2? That should have added 2, yes? So 4 should go up to 5. No, when I didn't know much about Ruiner going in, so when we got to Bina's floor, it was Roland did the whole, oh well, it's kind of like Ches's floor, the difference. So I was like, oh wait, I was poor. Was I too... Why is it triggering this? One sec. What? The primary value is 2, so... It should just add 2. Instead, I lost 2. And I'm getting... Oh! Something's going wrong here, that much is for sure. So much sexy Beena. We love sexy Beena. Okay, I think I know what's going wrong here. I need to go into resolve alert. Where were we up to? We were on adjust 7. Ha! So it needs to be like this. I could literally just copy and paste that in. Except rather than item clicked, it needs to be profit. Profits. 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 I know far too much about Ruiner now. Angela exists. I take it you like Faust as well, or is Faust just a knockoff? Tick, tick, tick. Come on, roll a 5. I rolled a 6. 9. Yay! And it added! I want to make sure it's doing that again. I need 5 to become a 6, please? No, I used to become 7. 7! Yes! Faust is fast. Yeah, so that worked. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I am a fixer of code. Of my own spaghetti code. At least if it's spaghetti code, that means it's tasty, right? There's also that one streamer who spent 100k lunacy for 10 Nezark announcers and limbers. She knows full well you would need 1 Nezark announcer and any additional Nezark. And I got one by accident! That's crazy. I didn't even want mine. I took mine off. I think the only problem with the announcers as an English speaker, or as me specifically an English speaker who does not read very fast, is the text goes so fast. I'm too busy watching chibis do cool things. I'm watching nuggies kick the shit out of each other, so I don't really have time to read it, and then they're speaking another language I don't understand, so I'm not really going to get enough out of it, so I just need to like the voice. Yeah, that worked. I went from 5 to 3. Let's put it back to 5 in a minute. Gacha games, man, as a recovering addict, I'd say ain't worth it. You need to, yeah. If you have trouble with stuff like that, you definitely shouldn't be going into gacha. It is not good. Not everyone can deal with them well, and that's okay. You gotta know your limits. Okay, so last but not least, 8. Where we'll add 2 to profit and take 1 from thingy. Let's go! Let's freaking go! But sleepy. So, what was it? We're adding 2 to profit, so that should go to 5, and that should go... That shouldn't be adding. That should be taking away. Yeah, if you only have 1, that works. Profits, item clicked, take away. I'm not sure what went wrong there. Three, 2. So that should go down to 2. That should go up to 7. That's right, okay. Maybe I was just a bit dumb. Maybe it was just me. Entirely possible. You get FOMO sometimes, but the ever-lovely Dispense Limbers has stopped me from buying Lunacy. That's fair. I quit all gacha games for Duolingo. Not sure it was worth it, but I have 1,400 days streak? Oh my god, you must be the owl's favourite person. But the owl died. Has the owl come back yet? Because apparently the Duolingo owl died, didn't he? Well, 384. That's basically 1,400. That's pretty damn impressive. Well done. Okay, so we've done that. So let's figure out fail state. So we've handled a fail state. You can't go under 0 now on both of them. So there's no such thing as a fail state now because the owl approves. He got better. Wonderful. Say hello in 3 different languages if you need help from the bird. Right. So the next thing before we do that, I need to fix the alerts for all the other phases that we have coded in. So fail state is done. I can get rid of that notes now. But what I need to do is in get alert, we need to fix all these so they actually work as they're supposed to. So, oh no, you got injured gathering. You have to wait for time for heal, so that's a block adventure. So that's 2, 0, 0. Oh no, the market is closed, which is a block profit. So that would be a 6. Oh no, a thief stole some of the stock. That would be an adjust adventure, which is a 3. And if it's taking, it would have to be -10. So a Silvertongue customer talks you into a detrimental discount. So that's an 8, which would have been a just profit. So that's 7 and a -1. Okay. I can blink, blink. Nope, I'm good. Oh no! I can read and speak, I just can't listen easily. Have to be immersed somewhere for it. Yeah, you need to talk to like native speakers really to get a good understanding of a language. Test alert for block adventure. That's great. I could add something else though. Help me! I have no power against the Duolingo owl, but you can only get your message out and hope that someone sees it who has power against the Duolingo owl. He is, in fact, a strange and unknown and powerful being. He cannot be comprehended. Okay, so I don't think there's anything else. I could just repeat one. Let's just repeat this alert. I don't have to have. I need the same amount of alerts in every phase. It is annoying, but it is the way that I've set this up. And I can't think of a better way to set it up. I could, however... Ooh, we might be able to change that, though. What I might be able to do is we'll have to do another global. Globals all the way. Global, 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 global. Global total alerts equals 0. Well, I wanna equals 3. No, 0, 1, 2, I think, technically. Ah. Hit my funny bone a minute there when I put my elbow down. So, get alert would be, 0, 1, 2. Which would be the amount that we can get from. So, game. We'll change that to 2. Which is confusing. We can always minus it later, but that would be more awkward for the computer. And the less processing we have to do, the better. Total minus 1. Little note for myself. Okay. So let's go down to get alert. So what we actually want to do is we want to get a random number between 0 and whatever the total alerts are. And then every phase we can change what the total alert is, and that way we don't have to have the same amount of alerts each and every phase to stop it from blowing up. But I need to do that, so I random between 0 and global dot total alerts. Does that work? Is that how that works? How did that other random work again? What did it want? Yeah, so N1 and N2. I random range, that's what I was missing. 0 and global dot total alerts. So that should only get between them. So what I'm going to need to do after that is when the phase changes, I have to get it. So I think the phase changes are actually in the buttons. Yeah, so we've got a phase step change here, but I need to make sure all the alerts I've got verified. So I'm going to make a small note here. Phase 1, step 1, total is 2. Phase 1, step 2, total is... currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which is 4. 4. That right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. And then step 3 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's the same for step 3. Okay. So I've got a note of that somewhere. Let's throw that in here as well. Random bits of code is my favorite file, and it has so much shit in it. Okay. I also need to change all of these so that they work like this one. So the adventure, this is the same as this. So we'll just copy and paste that in. Copy and paste that in, because it's the same alert, basically. And the market being closed is the same alert. I'm currently losing brain cells on this key logging assignment. Need to learn new Java import to take code along, bro. It sounds very bad, very pain, much brain. And a thief stole some stuff. That's the same. Silver tongued is the same. So these two. Oh, I don't need this one anymore. We don't need the repeat anymore. 'Cause I fixed it, theoretically. Theoretically, I fixed it. We haven't tested it yet. So then we're just doing the thief. Here. And then we got locally elderly church group has come. Your products are flying off the shelves. Never underestimate the marketing power of the local elderly church group. So this is multi. So we'll need it to be multi-profit, so that's a 5. 5, 2, 0. A noble demands a shipment from you. He takes 50 at one time, but pays you double. So this is a add to profit, which is an 8. And we're adding 100 to profit and taking 50 from the other one. However, I feel like in that one, I need to give you a chance to refuse it, because that's a lot. You might not have 50 and everything at the time. It's a good boost, but it could be risky. But that's where my choices are gonna come in. So we need to be able to make a nice little text box that will go, do you accept? Yes or no? But first, let's make sure this is working as intended. I also need to make sure that when the step goes up, that goes up. So let's go back up to, I think, adventure number. No, adventure button. That's the one. So when the step goes up to 2, we're also going to take the global dot alert, total alerts, up to 4. And then cache button, that's when we get the next step, which I'll figure out in a bit. For now, I want to test what we've got. So we should get a lot of random shit now, hopefully. Ba, 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 ba. We can't go above 25 on the collected gems, though. A fun thing happened. The teacher made us do hands-on code, then they shut down the internet at the start, and all of a sudden half the class can't do basic code. Ah! That's rude! You can't be doing that! Oh no, a thief stole some of my stock. That's just rude. Oh no, a thief stole... Why am I only getting that one? Why am I only getting the thief stole stock? We need to make sure I'm getting other ones. That might be a coinky-dink. Hello, Kukuba, welcome. But I need a different alert. If we could have a different alert, that would make me happy. Ah, yay, it's a different alert! I got injured, but you know, at least it's a different alert. Oh no, I can't gather crystal. Probably to get rid of ChatGPT coding. Yeah, that's a bit sad. I do... But then, me saying I do worry about people coding with ChatGPT is probably exactly the same as what people said when when Google came around. When Stack Overflow came around. Like, I don't know how I feel. I'm not in industry anymore, so like... I don't know how much I could comment on what that's doing to coding kids these days. Have it so easy. I don't know. Because I Google the simplest things. Because I've done it on this stream where I've Googled things so I just don't know what the syntax is for this particular language again. I know what an if statement is, a for, and all the stuff I need. But it's remembering the little differences. So we've only had 2 alerts, so I don't like this. Yeah, they suspected a lot using ChatGPT code and got fed up with it since everyone was this passing same code. That makes sense. I mean, like, code is, like, theoretically all code needs to be the same to do the same thing. That's a lie, because you could do code in so many different ways. Like, it makes sense that they'd turn it off when you think about that. You gotta know how to do your shit. I mean, it's one thing to use it for referencing and bouncing ideas off, but when you're learning, kind of need to be Yeah, that's true. That's true. I didn't think of it like that. You are entirely correct. In fact, that was probably a very fun chances. So I'm getting 2 very specific. I'm getting 1 and 2 very specifically. Which makes sense, really, because there's only 3 to get at the start. I don't know why my stock went up when the thief stole my shit. In Stack Overflow, you still need to type down the code and fit it into pre-existing code you made. ChatGPT just makes the entire thing with no input. That's so weird. I did hear, one guy, sort of in a friend Discord who's still in code. Apparently they're hiring people now, like, to just adjust AI code rather than to actually code things. They just want people to, like, fix the AI's code instead. Like, that's wild and terrifying, honestly. Because that means, like, it's gonna be impossible for junior coders to come in. Okay, I think we're just getting unlucky. We've gotten 0 and we've gotten 2, therefore 1 is theoretically in there somewhere. It's okay, Goober, you don't need to know the code. I worry for the next generation of coders. If that's the case. Because there ain't no experience like industry experience, but if you can't get industry experience because they ain't hiring newbies, then there's gonna be no senior devs eventually later on because no one will have gotten the experience. I hear from some specials that they spend more time debugging AI code than they would doing it by hand. Yeah, that makes sense. Ugh. I'm so glad I left tech. So glad I left tech, bro. Right, so let's take it to phase 2 and make sure that that's working. Or step 2. I need to change my phase logic. So to take it all the way to step 2, we just need to pick up 25. And yeah, no! The market can't be closed! I haven't been to the market yet! But once it gets good enough, it will be as bad as you think it'll be. Yeah. I know, right? It had to be closed. My teacher also said a security breach happened when a cheap-ass company used ChatGPT to fix their code. But since they use ChatGPT, their private code is showing on a foreign database. Yay! Isn't that smart of them? So smart. I can't remember what I need to do to get to the next phase. But I need to see either the alert 3 or 4 to know what I've done is working. So we're keeping an eye on these numbers down here. And when we get an alert ID of 3 or 4, like I said, I know what we've done. We've done it right. They're now warning us in class that if we are in security not to use AI. That should be so obvious, but I guess it's not, is it? Briony, can you add an Easter egg where you're forced to fight a random LOL character? I can add, well, I'm hoping later on when we get to a point where we can hire NPCs, and that's where we can put all of the Easter eggs. We're gonna put Red and Mr. Wick from my other game, Little Red and the Baba Yaga, as hireable people for either in the shop or in the event, in the dungeons. But that's where I go. Was that alert ID 1? Oh, come on, game. I could force it, but there's no point in forcing it. Hiring Heathcliff, Ishmael, Faust, Dr. Hotel in one game. Should add an NPC named Bob. I will. When we get to that point, we'll have a bit of a ball, because we'll be able to do whatever we want and have a good little time hiring people. And we'll have good, because that's when the plot that I actually want to put in is there. This is like the setup still. We're very much there, just sort of figuring it out. But I'm not gonna tell you. We'll find out when we get there. That's a 4! It works! It's a 4! Yay! Did Ed actually do what it was supposed to, though? I got so distracted by the ID popping up that I didn't check that. It actually did what it was supposed to! Oh, wait a second. My mother is phoning me. BRB. I'm back. Conversation done. How are you guys? Speaking of your previous duty, ever get to bug fixing? No. I appreciate the list of bugs you gave me. It's still there. I might get, hopefully, maybe we'll get around to it. But there's so many other things I want to do. But yeah, building the foundations in the moment. There's some fun things I want to do that are going to be fun narrative things. But for now. What even was I doing? Mother has completely distracted me. I don't know. Think I know something that would fit this streaming in general? By all means, I'm open to suggestions. Always happy for suggestions. What was I doing? I've completely lost track. Mother's throwing me off. Mother! It's fine. I was sorting out the alerts, and then we're taking to phase step 3, which didn't change the thing. Bug fixing is for nerds! It is. Write it down once and never look at it again. Yes! That's what the testers are for! No. Something about 2 popping up. Maybe... I don't know. I really don't. Pet Simulator. Oh, so you guys can have the thing where you can, like, pet an animal or something while on the BRB screen. One of those things. Right, let's have a look. Let's go on my to-do. I'm sure it'll come back to me. VTuber pet sim? I don't know. It sounds weird. So, figure out fail-safes and how to handle it. We did that. We did that. Did we though? Yeah, it's a GameMaker stream. Hi Maxwell, welcome. Basics of making a cutscene, I've done. I just need to draw with Danganronpa music. Exactly, yes. 100-line Defense Academy 100-line Last Defense Academy came out, and I am in that headspace right now. So here we are. So because the code is getting murdered. A body has been discovered. It's the whole goddamn game! No, let me think. So we're pressing our play, we have our little cutscene, and we start picking stuff up and selling stuff to try make ends meet and survive. Does this mean I should be taking money away from you every so often? Because if there's no reason for this to go down, then there's no plot reason for you to be so desperate to make money in the first place. You always know your friends doing annoying Sakura impression. Sakura's great, how's she knowing? I really appreciate Sakura's design though. I appreciate that they were like, we don't need to make her cute. Let's make her buff as fuck. And it was so good. Okay, what I want to do is potentially add another thing that's gonna take rent from you, basically. So you can eat and sleep and living expensive. Buff is cute. She is cute. And she was so good. She was so good at never will we ever see a design like Sakura again. Didn't figure out she was a girl till the first class trial. That's kind of what I like about it, though. I kind of like that it was a bit confusing. Because, like, buff ladies can be a little confusing in real life. Could they get really, 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 really buff? But I don't know. It's very good. I don't know. It's just so original. Original. Yeah. So I was gonna potentially add. We could add another alarm. This alarm could be every. This boy is a girl. That bit's not the original part. Definitely not. And then every 5 minutes, you get 10 profit taken away from you as living expenses. And eventually you could upgrade your living expenses, which gives you more stamina. Oh, this is the way to go, right? I need to write this down. Rent! Every 5 mins. Money is taken away to pay for rent. If rent is not made, what is owed is doubled for next rent. If rent is missed too many times, but then we have a fail-safe. So how goes the project? It's going. We've adjusted a lot of things. And now I'm trying to think plot-wise, because the idea of this was always to make narration and narrative and a clicker kiss. So why do we desperately need this money? Why are we so down on our luck that we're risking our lives to go near these death traps in the world? Rent! Obviously, we need to live. So we need to make the rent. So as much as we can't get a fail state from the alerts, we might be able to get a fail state from the rent, because you can't pay rent, you can't eat, you can't have shelter, you potentially die. This is a narrative clicker slash fic. Yes, it is. Japan has some interesting gender politics stuff. I was a bit weirded out by the second. Yes, the second trial gender politics is generally confusing. I feel it's almost kind of sweet when Japan wants to do gender stuff, because they're so behind on it a little bit, so it's always a bit weird. Japan has been more diverse in gendering in media. There's half. Yeah, but the only thing about the yaoi and yuri in Japanese media is it's more for the eye of the... Yuri's more for the eye of the males, and yaoi's more for the eye of females, when it's not. And that's not great, you know? For, like, LGBT representation, it's not wonderful. It's getting better. They are getting better with it. Every time. They're also not afraid of trying, which I appreciate. We like it when they try with the representation, even if they miss the mark and fail pretty badly sometimes. There's an attempt, and we appreciate attempts because we can't get better if we don't try. Every 5 mins, money is taken away. So, we're just miss rent too many times. And I guess you fail. Note to me, make it hard to fail. Especially at the start. Once you're a bit in, it should be a bit easier, but... Back from Force Lurking, how goes the name? Giga Nerd. Welcome, Giga Nerd. Gaming's going okay. I'm just thinking about why we need to get this money so badly. Which is making me think about adding a rent system. Or just like a life expense system. But that means adding a fail state. Which is something I thought I had escaped from, but apparently I did not. Oh, actually, there's something I wanted to tell you guys. I was looking at my analytics recently. Medical bills, that's always a good one. What? We can't do first try? I thought we were supposed to do things perfectly immediately, and any mistakes... Everything perfectly immediately. But anyway, I wanted to tell you guys, I wanted to thank you guys! Because I looked at my analytics recently, and I'm averaging 10 viewers every stream now on YouTube. And that's, I don't know, it was a milestone I've been working towards for a while. So I just wanted to take a minute to thank you guys. Thank you so much for that. I am a professional. The only things that are certain are death and taxes, that's true. Like Twitch is getting there, but YouTube's there. I'm great. Yeah. Thanks to you guys being turning up, showing up, making me a double-digit streamer. Betty counting on your hands. I know, right? I know, right? It's amazing. Doing your part. You are, Shrimpy. We appreciate it. Right, what are we doing? We're adding rent. So let's do another event. Let's do another alarm event for that. And rent will go up. Well, no, let me add the note. No. Later in the game. I need to collect my thoughts before we start steaming it. We add the magical IRS for pressure. It also adds more scenario like magical tax evasion. It does. We could just have rent and taxes as a thing. Later in the game, you can buy bigger houses that will add to stamina, but also cost more rent. Just a thought for the future. Okay. So, if that's what we're doing, like I said, we're adding an extra alarm. So that'll be alarm 3. So that's every 10 seconds, I think. Equals. How many milliseconds in 5 minutes? 5 minutes might be a little too generous, but we're gonna try it. How many milliseconds in 5 mins? Google! Or Ecosia. Ecosia plants trees, guys. You should use Ecosia. Minutes to milliseconds conversion. 5 minutes. I take my cookies out. 30,000. 300,000? 30,000. This many. This many milliseconds. Apparently. That's not what I copied from the screen. Plenty. A corrupt governor is raising taxes in the local town area to force local. That is a potential for a thing. That we could hike rent and taxes and stuff every so often. And we want profit, global dot profit to minus, and we're gonna need it as a general global. Global dot. I'm just gonna call it rent for the sake of my brain. Make the people in this stream Easter egg high. I will! I'll definitely add some of your names to it. Minus global dot rent. Because it's easier for it just to be one number. So maybe on the screen, where's my rooms? We should have maybe a number in the corner, or we've got something here, so maybe up here, or to the left, somewhere like that. We have rent and a timer to when rent is due. Next rent to due and how much kind of thing. So we're gonna need a new timer! Yay! Let's make a new folder for this. Create group. Rent. So in this group, we're gonna have an object called OJ rent display. So I'm gonna use something similar to this. My brain is starting to die, I'm not gonna lie. So how now, Brown Cow, does my timers work? So we have the Profit Multi-Global Time Source, so I'm probably gonna need the Global Time Source. Okie dokie, back to the globals. You can also add the buy land scenario to eliminate the timer, but that unlocks land tax scenario replacement. Probably. So let's... Can we add an alarm time that works with the alarm? Does that work? Big brain thought time. Just gonna do a wee bit of Googling. GameMaker to display time between alerts. Not alerts, alarms. Because I want to display how long until that alarm goes off. Can you read from an alarm? That would be interesting. Banker has occurred for your records. Oh god. These are nightmare scenarios. These are too realistic. I don't like it. I don't want that much realism in my game. We don't, it's a fantasy game. I don't want the IRS coming after me. What I want to be able to display the time, alarm time. I want to display alarm. I don't want to watch YouTube tutorials. I just want a text tutorial. Oh, and my mouse. Okay, so, Dragonfly, what do you got for me? GameMaker has built in a feature called Alarms. Each instance has 12 alarms. Here's how you set an alarm. This is how you might respond to the alarm. Creating a manual timer. I don't really want to do a manual timer if I can help it. But I might have to, which is poopy. Stream has no audio? Everything seems okay on my side. But if you can't hear that, then you don't know. Yeah, I can't see an issue on my side, unfortunately. Stream is fine. Good, good, good. As we see in a night in the woods, I say something and make you scarier. There's a skeleton outside your door. There's a banker outside your door because you defaulted to your allowance. That is scarier. Okay, so it is fine. Local storm relief efforts the next town over have forced extra donation from everyone. Very good suggestions, Chase. You have such a wonderful brain, Chase. Your brain comes up with the coolest shit. No. Okay. What I could do... Can I just display the alarm? Can I not? Can we not? Can we not just be like... Alarm... 3... Can I do that? Can I just out of shits and giggles curiosity, where's my stamina bar? I'm just gonna edit my stamina bar for a hot sec. To add shadow. Stamina. And just for fun, I'm gonna add string alarm 3. I just want to see what that comes up with. It's probably just gonna explode. I don't think it's supposed to do that, but you never know until you try. -1. Okay, I don't know what that means. What does that mean? I have no clue. Alarm what? Can we do a dot at the end of the alarm? Is there anything the alarm can do? No? That was the correct alarm, was it not? Hello, Box of Life, welcome. Oh, programming changes is a lot. It should still work. But I might have to. Do I have to, like, trigger the alarm? I do have to trigger the alarm. Okay. So if I do alarm... 3 equals... That's when it triggers, right? So 60. So trigger it basically as soon as we get in. And then maybe that'll work? Maybe? I mean, it got rid of... No, it should technically start 5 minutes in, theoretically. But at least I know it triggered. That's nice. But I also know that it immediately failed me, so that's not as nice. But also, it's just repeating the stamina thing, which is interesting. I didn't think that's what would happen. Oh, that's why. Alarm. Alarm is an array, so... Curiosity. -1 again. Okay. Display. Alarm time. Remaining time is, so this would actually be, yeah, so the alarm minus divided by room speed. Theoretically, that's what it says. No, that doesn't work either. So to create an event or any other event where you want to initiate alarm, use the alarm number syntax to set the alarm duration. For example, alarm-0 equals 60 times root speed, sets the alarm 0 for 60 seconds, assuming default room speed is 60. Yes! In a step of... calculate the remaining time. But I don't want... it's not quite what I want. Did I make another time source and just keep repeating it? If I make the time source start at the same time? That's a potential. I don't know if I want to do that though. Even though I know there's probably a better way to do it. What if I'm just doing too many? There's a lot of people confused how to use alarms in general. Reddit help. Okay, this is complicated. Let's do it my way. My way or the highway, something else. So what we want to do, this and a nearby kingdom have behind the scenes set up a proxy war to funnel money into a military fund. After a week they make peace but have already spent the money to return. Oh, that one's too real as well. So maybe we want global dot rent time source equals time source create time source game. The period is, so if that's 10 seconds, how many seconds are in 5 minutes? 5 times 60 is 300 seconds. Times source. Units in seconds. And we want to potentially reset time source. Reset. Reset rent. And for reset rent, I'm just gonna throw that in with the timer ends. Reset rent. Oh, because I need to put function at the top, that's why. Function! Showing more complex geopolitical issues than a main cause for a simple clicker game. Maybe we can! We're trying to make geopolitical situations. Why not simulate different political climates based on when and for how long the player clicks? Oh my god. The king has made ludicrous claims against a rival nation, and now trade has been cut off. Your selling power has been decreased, but all prices in the shop are drastically Howdy! No! We will over-engineer the heck out of this clicker game. You guys can do that in the chat, by all means. I'm gonna sit here and make my clicker game. Make my much simpler clicker game. Right, so I need to go into the resolve alerts, because resolve alert is the one that started the time source. So start the time source. Wait a cotton picking minute. I don't need it to do shit. I don't need it to do shit. We can just go up here. I can go into the alarm 3 and I can just trigger it here. Why can't I just trigger it there? And then every time we take rent, the alarm starts. Theoretically. And then, when we do the lock, that we just get this. get source time remaining for that. So if I go onto my stamina bar and I put this in here, then we should have what we need. If I turn that into rent time source, this should theoretically work. It exploded! Okay, what was it? Execution error. Execution. Yeah. Getting dangerous close to real satire here. We are! After seeing how successful your crystal selling stall was, annoyed P starts making fake ones for cheap, driving down your prices. After a while, they are caught selling fakes and the price is restored. The king is imposing tariffs on neighbors. But the tariffs change every day, so do the prices of your shop. Ah! This is awful. These are awful scenarios. And too real, and we don't like that. We're not here for realism. I think I've got the brackets wrong. So it's a double bracket. So that's for that. That's the main big bracket. Then we got this bracket for the big string. And then no, so we got the right brackets. Is my get source not right? Okay, what did it not like then? Let's do something silly. Let's just... I will make another source in a bit. Make an actual text later. But I'm just throw that there a minute. I'm gonna take that, comment that out, copy it back in, copy that, and just replace the whole string. And that should theoretically work and give us what we need. Add gambling this game. There is no gambling yet. I don't know, I don't have plans for gambling. 300, that's great. That is not what we want. It triggered though, it should have triggered. A local doctor has been paid off to lie and say the crystals are deadly to touch after 5 hours. Pay them off or risk further sales drops? Oof. The plague experiments are sittings, but local necromancer claim that washing your hands is a government ploy to control people. Oh god, stop it, Howdy. A local criminal gang has moved into the area and demanding daily protection fee or they will make you disappear. Now that's a realistic one for this game, potentially. Especially when we've got our own shop. Protection fee nonsense is always good. Okay. So, why did that not trigger? So we're going into the game. It should start the time source. Here. Oh, that's why! Because I'm an idiot, that's why. We want it to be rent. Time source. There we go. That should fix it. Because, what do you know? Because I'm an idiot. It still didn't work! There it is! Yes! Yes. So when that goes down, another -10 should be taken. Although I'm not waiting the whole 5 minutes. We're gonna take the alert down for a bit. We're gonna turn the alarm into something a bit shorter just to test. No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to copy, paste, 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 copy, paste, 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 copy, paste, paste, paste. Let's just make it 20 seconds. That'll do nicely. Well, no, 20 times 60, which, I mean, if we do 600, that should be 10 seconds. And then we'll need to change the time source to be 10 seconds. Go. Okay, so when that 10 seconds is gone, we should have another minus 10. Yes! It's working! Should be another minus 10 in a minute. Yeah, perfect. It is working as intended. I think I need to set this to 0 so that it just triggers straight away though, rather than having that awkward bit at the start. So we'll take that away. We'll put it back to being 5 minutes. Back to being 300 up here. Oh, Red Roach! Rumours of acidic monsters roaming the area have spread. Sales of metal items plummet. Not something that would happen in this world, but I appreciate the suggestion regardless. So now we need to make the rent display, which I'm going to basically steal the stamina box to do, because I've basically just done it with that. So let's just copy that. We'll put it in the went. Did I just delete something I shouldn't have? I did, didn't I? Yeah, that's the actual one that needs to be in here. Oh, stupid. Draw. Just a draw. It's fine. Just draw that for me. That would be lovely. Then we'll need to do stamina one. We'll set this back to where it's supposed to be. Get rid of all this nonsense. So copy that font. Put that in here. And we need to add a little bit more to this string because there's not much really going on there. So let's time until next rent payment. Put another bracket around there, that should fix that. But I also want how much the rent payment is, but I might make that a different label, otherwise it's going to be a bit thingy. Create another. Does it have to be another object? OJ rent value display a draw. Let's basically just copy this. Except we're gonna have rent payment. Rent payment. Current rent. And we just have get rid of all that. It's gonna have to go string global dot rent. Now we just have to put that on the screen somewhere. Let's make some rent display and rent value. Let's see how that looks. The dungeons change every day, so they wouldn't have main routes collapse. But I like the suggestion again. A wealthy noble, to save their own ass, throws your shop under the bus in a scandal. I mean, that's part of the plot, Chase. I've already got that one hard-coded in. Time until next payment. Doesn't like that one. What doesn't it like about it? Just an error in the display. Doesn't like this. Doesn't like being able to add a string to it. Can I just do string? Will that help? Will that make you feel better, code? What's the setting? Shall we have the cutscene for a minute? Down on your luck, you stare past the pathetic boundary. No one guards them. There's just a small wooden fence that doesn't even reach your knees. And scattered across the ground are items that should be worth something. But no one is willing to gather them. You take one, a swirling crystal of leaf green, and take it to the pawn shop. The woman is kindly. She knows what you have brought her, but pays for it. Some want these, but she says she won't take any more, and you should figure out another way to make a living. But there is nothing, not for you. So if the pawnbrokers won't take it, you'll have to sell at the market yourself. Okay, for some reason it's not working, but that's great. And now I'm blocked, so I can't even show you the next bit. It's also stopped working, which is terrible. I don't know why. I think it might be because I took it to a string. But it's not taken the 10 off me either, so I don't know why it's done that. Yes, the cart just getting destroyed, that's more like it. Ah! I need to take my alerts down. We're not testing alerts anymore. Game, please. I'm trying to explain your premise. Stop alerting at me. Let's change that up so it'll be long. Let's change it back up to like 30. So there's a 1 in 30 chance of getting an alert. Skip that cutscene. You picked up all the crystals around it that you can. You can wait for them all to sell out. Hope that it gives you enough to start your life again, or you could do what no one dares. You enter the hole. The space is strange. It distorts familiar and unfamiliar in disturbing ways. There is sand to your right. But to your left, snow is falling. In the distance, you see movement. But don't dare go don't dare go in further to investigate. You grab what you can and leave again. Small visits like this should be fine, right? So that's kind of what we're working with. It's not that there is a big... Adventuring's not something people do. It does distort people, and yes, Scuba may be a little bit like that. Not with their personalities though, no, it just distorts you with whatever is in there as well. A sad and sickly puppy has been left on your doorstep. Use money to help it get better. This will happen 3 times. If the puppy gets better, you get a permanent sales boost. It's for puppy advertisement. Ah, that's a good idea. It's time to distort, boys. However, that is all for today. I think we did pretty well. I think I need to make a note of what is happening next stream. So next stream goals is fix the display for rent. And oh no! Look! Fail states again. But that is all for now for today. Thank you so much everyone for coming. Thank you everyone in chat. Thank you anyone who left. And to anyone who watches the VOD. I appreciate coming and enjoying my content, whichever way you decide to do so. If you have not already, I would also highly appreciate it if you could leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. That would be lovely. I don't always do game dev. I play Limbus Company on Tuesdays. And I read books. We're currently reading Filipino folk tales on Sundays. It's been very interesting. But for now, that is all. Briony Code Stream. That is your name. Yes, Briony Code Stream. Yes. If you've done all that, if you have liked and subscribed and followed and gone on Discord and stuff, then there's other ways you could support me. You could do so via YouTube membership, where you get emotes, exclusive streams, Discord channel, and merch discounts. There is the Patreon, where you get short stories, exclusive streams, merch discounts, and free books. I owe you 2 exclusive streams at the moment because we're getting close to the end of April, and I didn't do one over April because I've just been very tired. I promise you will get your exclusive streams. Kofi, if you like my emotes and would like me to draw some for you, I can do so for a small donation. If you would like some merchandise, there is a merch store on my website, www.brownierosemith.co.uk, where you can get ebooks, first edition copies of books that I've written, bookmarks, a notebook, a pillow, and some stickers. And there is some crochet goods on my Etsy called Briony Rose Crafts, where you can get angry orange cats, some totally not Kirby keychains, and many other things. That is all for now. Oh no, please don't riot. Please, I promise you'll get your things. I promise you'll get what you paid for! Life. The universe and everything. I will see you guys potentially tomorrow. Because of that call from my mother, I may have to cancel tomorrow's stream, but I'm not sure yet. So I will let you know. I will definitely be back on Thursday, but I'm potentially going to be late for it. Life's busy, bro. But until then, I had fun. I hope you had fun. This has been Briony Rosemith and the Library. Goodbye.